the shadow of the old oak tree, where the scarves you left are worn by the breeze. My boots that stir the dust of our forgotten dreams, on a porch where silence cuts deep. Echoes of your laughter in the old creeks hum by the gravel road where we'd watch the setting sun. This heart you shaped, now hollow and resigned, dances with shadows on the walls of my mind. Under moonlit sorrows and starry blinds, I carry the weight of a hollow heart left behind. Cabin's empty where your loved once lay. Rain taps the roof in a rhythm of disarray. These trails, once our paradise, now cold and stray. Winds whisper stories of the dust turning gray. The saddle untouched awaits your gentle hand. In dreams I still ride with you across this lonesome land. This heart you shaped, now hollow and resigned, dances with shadows on the walls of my mind. Under moonlit sorrows and starry blinds, I carry the weight of a hollow heart left behind. Memories like rivers change course through the plains, but what's lost in the flood is the heart's remains. No turning back the seasons, no rerunning old reins. In the mirror a cowboy with nothing but chains. This heart you shaped, now hollow and resigned, echoes a ballad for what's left behind. As the sunset fades in the night's design, I'm the keeper of a hollow heart, forever confined. In the whisper of the wind, in the dust I ride, with a hollow heart left behind. A hollow heart left behind.
In the town right under a weeping willow shade, I once swore love to a maiden fair. Her scarf, a patch of crimson silk, fluttered in the breeze, like the wild heart of a colt, untamed, unaware, by the old oak tree with carvings worn and deep. Her laughter mingled with the rustling leaves, as sunsets painted lonesome shadows long and steep, on those gravel roads where now my spirit grieves. Oh, Rye waits like an old porch swing, still echoing songs of boots on dusty boards. The wind carries whispers and the chill of a love lost, faded words unscored. Rye waits and the sun dips low, casting gold on paths where sorrow lies, and in my heart where no one else may go. Rye waits and never says goodbye. Now the willows bowed, his tears are dry and dead. No crimson scarves dance upon the breeze. The oak tree stands, but forgotten is our pledge. and silence fills the void of missing melodies. The cabin by the brook lays empty, windows bare, where once our dreams like wildflowers grew. Now only echoes of our laughter split the air as I roam these roads, lost, bereft, unglued. Oh, Rye waits like an old porch swing, still echoing songs of boots on dusty boards. The wind carries whispers and the chill of a love lost, faded words unscored. Rye waits and the sun dips low, casting gold on paths where sorrow lies, and in my heart where no one else may go. Rye waits and never says goodbye. If whispers could be caught like falling rain, or memories held in the folds of a scarf, would the winds arise, soothe this sweet pain, or would they just whisper of love's epitaph? Yes, Rye waits and I'm a shadow in the setting sun, a silhouette against the fading light of day. With every dusty sunset my heart comes undone, in the town of Rye where my old love lay. Oh, Rye waits and I reckon I wait too, for a whisper on the wind, or a sign in the quiet town where the willows weep in view. Rye waits and I'm left behind. Out where the oak trees shadow the old churchyard, I found your scarf, blue, tattered and torn. Shivers of wind, they whisper through lonesome marsh, echoes of footsteps. We danced till the dawn. A hollow heart rolled through under skies so vast and blue, carrying memories faded like old tattoo. Saddle now empty, where once my love sat you. Oh, hollow heart rode through, oh, hollow heart rode through. Gravel roads winding past cabins of ghostly dreams, where laughter once lived, now silence reigns supreme. These fields of wildflowers, where you swore your love so true, now they bow their heads under skies no longer blue. A hollow heart rode through under clouds of mournful hue. Trails of dust linger where wild roses once grew. Moonlight on the porch waits for steps that never ensue. Oh, hollow heart rode through, oh, hollow heart rode through. The rain falls on the saddle, the leather worn and slick, each drop a memory, each storm a candle wick. Burning through the night, my soul searching for a clue, while love rides away and leaves the sky so cruel. Hollow heart rode through with echoes old and new, each sunset a goodbye, each dawn of you so skewed. Maybe on some dusty trail our love will start anew, till hollow heart rides through, till hollow heart rides through.
In the shade of an old oak tree, where the earth holds secrets deep, we carved our names, young and free, on a heart as wide as the rolling sweet. Your scarf, it danced a dusty red in the winds of that wild, sacred land, with a porch creek neath the weight we tread, and our future lay like the grains of sand. And the sunset sank with a heavy sigh into the arms of the aching sky, your whisper lost in the coyote's cry as the stars lit up your goodbye. I ride these trails, worn and bleak, with your memory, a treasure I seek in the fading light. Your voice still speaks, but it's just the silence so vast, so deep. Now the oak tree stands there all alone, its leaves whispering tales of the past. The names we etched now barely shown, like shadows that the sun has cast. That old cabin, our love sweet home, sits empty as time has willed. The gravel road once south to Rome, with the echo of our laughter still. And the sunset sank with a heavy sigh into the arms of the aching sky, your whisper lost in the coyote's cry as the stars watched us say goodbye. Each dusty trail, each silent plea brings me back to you endlessly. In the twilight's glow, you're all I see, and I'm just a ghost in our memory. These hills hold the breath of your grace, and the rains fall like tears on my face. With each storm a bit more I erase, but never the pain of your empty space. So the sunset sinks with a heavy sigh beneath clouds like an old weary lie. I'm riding on, though my heart can't deny. Part of me vanished when you said goodbye. In the crimson fade, I bear the mark of love lost deep in the veiled dark. With each setting sun, I embark towards tomorrow, with your shadow in my heart.
I carved our names in the bark of an old oak tree. The sun dipped low like it knew we had dreams. Now it's just shadows and whispers and a cool evening breeze. Memory drifts like dust on the trail, sunset bleeds the same deep red as the scarf you left on that old porch bed. Gravel roads echo where your laughter once flowed, an empty saddle and our dreams now foreclosed. Rain taps like fingers on a lonely window pane, whispering secrets of a love that waned. Memory drifts like dust on the trail, through abandoned cabins and past rusted rails. Every sunset bleeds the same deep red as a scarf you left on that old porch bed. Beneath the vast prairie sky, I reckon time's a thief in a ceaseless ride. But every star up there is a story we told, burning bright but old, growing cold. Memory drifts and I'm left here to stand with nothing but your shadow slipping through my hand. Those fading trails, they still call my name, but darling, without you it just ain't the same. Yes, memory drifts and I reckon it's time to ride into that sunset where our old love still shines.
In the shadow of the old oak tree where the wind whispers through the leaves, she laughed under the summer sky where a hollow heart closed her eyes. We traced the paths where wildflowers dream, past the creek where the water gleams, but now where once her laughter lies, only echoes softly sigh. Oh, my darling, gone like the sunset's glow, left me with these fields where lonely winds blow. Each whisper through the oak feels like a long drawn sigh, since hollow heart closed her eyes. The porch still creaks, but now it's just me. Her scarf still hangs, untouched by the breeze. The dust has settled on the road we'd ride since she left one cold, starless night. The saddle rests untouched, grows old like the secrets in her heart untold. An empty cabin fills with shadows of her light in the silence after she closed her eyes. Oh, my darling, gone like the sunset's glow, left me with these fields where lonely winds blow. Each whisper through the oak feels like a long drawn sigh, since hollow heart closed her eyes. And I roam these hills trying to find what remains of her in the twilight, but every trail just fades in the dying light, leading me back to the night she closed her her eyes. So here I stand, a lone silhouette 'neath the sky. Past keeps calling from the places we'd hide. The world moves on, but I'm still trying to find why. Her hollow heart had to close her eyes. I'm still singing to the stars, hoping they'll reply, since hollow heart closed her eyes. In the shade of an old oak tree where the wildflowers used to grow, I found a scrap of her faded scarf caught on the rough and knowing bark. Under skies too vast, too blue, I hear her laughter in the breeze, haunting the empty cabins, whispering through the sycamore leaves. Her laugh lingers in the prairie wind, dances on the dusty trails where we walked beneath the twilight. Now I wander here alone. Every sunset paints her memory across the vast unending skies, but her laughter's just a shadow in the silence of my cries. This old porch we used to know is wood now gray and worn like me. Echoes with the songs we sang, now just ghosts in the evening air. Time has swept her touch away, like rain clears the dusty plains, and I'm left with these empty hands, grasping memories that remain. Her laugh lingers in the prairie wind, dances on the dusty trails where we walked beneath the twilight. Now I wander here alone. Every sunset paints her memory across the vast unending skies, but her laughter's just a shadow in the silence of my cries. Dreamt I rode through storms of sand to find where our old love lies, but woke upon the gravel roads with nothing but the starlit skies. And though this heart keeps looking back, her path is one I can't retrace. All that's left is the echo of her joy and the bitter sleek refrain. Her laugh lingers in the prairie wind, dances on the dusty trails where we once found forever in the glance of a setting sun. Now the darkness folds around me like the closing of a door, and her laughter, once my compass, leaves me yearning evermore. Her laugh lingers, her laugh lingers, as I ride these lands alone. In the shadow of a weathered oak, where the creek bends low and wide. I drop my hat, a piece of her, beneath that endless sky. It danced with dust on gravel roads where our laughter used to lay. Now just a whispers with the tumbleweeds in the valley of decay. And that old hat walked away like summer rain through thirsty ground, left me standing heart in hand in this ghost of a prairie town. The sunset bleeds the same old red, but colder blows the wind since that hat walked away with her. Won't see her smile again. The porch still groans under my boots like it did when she was near, echoing around this empty room the songs we can't hear. Her scarf still hangs upon the door, but the scent's been washed by time, just like the trails we rode together, now lost to pines and rime. That old hat walked away with dreams woven into its brim, left me with these aching hands and eyes that grow dim. Nights stretch longer down these roads where once we rode so free, since that hat walked away with her, took all my dreams with me. Underneath that vast old sky where stars watch and know, I reckon hearts are made to break and broken hearts to grow. But mine's just wandering lost and cold, a shadow man on a moonlit ridge, walking a path of memories alone beneath the bridge. Yes, that hat walked away like her steps fading in the hall, each echo a reminder of a past I can't recall. So I'll saddle up and ride away beneath these aching skies, while that hat keeps walking away with her under these lonesome cries. The wind picks up the dust it swirls, the sunset paints it all, a scene of silent solitude where memories and sorrow sprawl. Yet in this heart she rides still across lands both wild and free. That hat walked away with my love, left the rest to me.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, she laughed under sunbeams through the breezes that blow. We carved our names slow in the height of the wood, promised forever in that old neck of the woods. Her scarf in my pocket, her touch soft as rain, in that dusty old cabin, now silent again. Dust closed her eyes on the edge of the day. The prairie wind whispers, but she's faded away. Sunsets bleed red over trails she once rode. In the heart of the cowboy lies the weight of this old. Years tumbled like tumbleweeds past porches and gates. Her laughter's a ghost in the town that time ate. Where once we danced close, only shadows now sway. The dust settled thick where boots used to lay. An old saddle empty by the door stands alone. Every creak in the board moans for love that's long gone. Dusk closed her eyes on the edge of the day. The prairie wind whispers, but she's faded away. Sunsets bleed red over trails she once rode. In the heart of the cowboy lies the weight of this old. Oh, I've roamed far and wide under vast starry skies, but her whisper rides the wind. Through the silence it flies. Each town feels too crowded. Every road leads me back to the dust-covered memories of the love that I lacked. Dust closed her eyes, and it's there she'll remain, bound up in the soil, in the sun and the rain. As the night curtains fall and the loneliness cries, with the dust in my throat, I'll remember her eyes. Though the trails all grow cold and the songs all unplayed, in the dust closed her eyes, where my heart's ever stayed. Guitar strum a farewell as the sky turns to gray. A cowboy sings softly as the daylight slips away.
Out by the old Duns River, where the oak trees guard the sky, there's a shack with broken windows where we watch the world go by. Your scarf still on the porch swing dances with the whispering wind, each sway a ghostly echo of your laughter once penned. But the whiskey said nothing as I called out your name into the cold night air where only silence came. And these hills hold your shadow like the moon clings to the night. Oh, the whiskey said nothing, but your memory holds tight. Remember how the dust rose underneath their dancing feet. Now the gravel road's deserted, just like the heart you chose to cheat. The rains came through in April, washed your footsteps from the lane, left me with these old echoes and a soul that won't stop the pain. Yes, the whiskey said nothing as it whispered soft and low to the emptiness beside me where your warmth used to glow. Now each sunset's just a picture where our past and sorrow blend. Oh, the whiskey said nothing, but I'm still talking to the wind. So I'll saddle up come morning, leave behind this haunted room where every creaking floorboard sounds just like your leaving tune. Maybe out past Carson's Ridge or across the mesa's crown, I'll find peace in wandering where your ghost can't track me down. Still the whiskey says nothing as the stars watch me weep on a bed of cold regrets where your love's a dream I keep. And these trails may fade behind me, nothing, but I still see your hands.
Underneath the shadow of an old oak tree, on a hill where the winds tail so free, I carved our names inside a heart so deep, where the soil held promises we couldn't keep. Oh, lonely hill, forgot the lover's vow, only echoes of our whispers now. The sunset bleeds like the tears we wept in the heart of the land where our dreams slept. Years slip by like the rivers flow. Old porches creak in the evening's glow. Your scarf still hangs on the rusty hook. A chapter ends without a second look. The cabin's empty, the fire's cold. Gravel roads and the stories they told. Lost in dust and the rain's soft plea. A wandering soul forever to be. Lonely hill forgets, but I recall each whispered love, the rise and fall. The sunset now, a fading light on trails that vanish into the night. In the silence of this wild, wide space, I find the ghost of your tender grace. Though time may heal the marks we made, some shadows linger and never fade. So here's to Lonely Hill under starlit skies, to the love we lost where the old oak lies. I'll ride these lands alone, and yet in the heart of the hill I'll never forget.
Out where the creek rolled through, neath the whispering pines, I found her wild rose laugh in the bend where the water sighs. Lingering shadows cast by an oak tree's might, we carved our names one summer's eve 'neath the glow of twilight. And oh, the creek rolled through like memories in the rain, washing over old wounds, but the scars remain. Those gravel roads whisper with echoes of her tune. Every sunset bleeds the same where the creek rode through. Now the porch swings empty where once we used to sit, talking about forever in the flicker of a candle lit. But seasons turn like pages, her scarf caught on the breeze, left me with these empty hands and fallen autumn leaves. And oh, the creek rolled through like memories in the rain, washing over old wounds, but the scars remain. The gravel roads are quieter, the cabin's heart feels blue. Every trail grows colder where the creek rolled through. I wander these forgotten roads where our dreams once danced in view. An old saddle's all I carry, aside from thoughts of you. But even stars lose their way in the vast unending night, just like I roam without you neath this endless twilight. Yes, the creek rolled through like a song lost in the wind. It sings of sweet love gone as my heartstrings slowly thin. By the river's gentle cool, find me where the shadows fall, where the creek rolled through. Let the water run, let the memory stay true, lost in the dust of time, where the creek rolled through.
On the edge of dusty Elmsville by the creek where willows grow, I found an oak's embrace beneath her shade, her love did glow. We carved our names within its skin, a heart forever bound, and laid beneath the endless sky on a quilt upon the ground. Her laughter danced like silver bells across the open plains, each memory a golden thread in the fabric of my reins. Oh, the saddle's tied down, but my heart's running wild through fields of her whisper and the soft somber smile. By the porch light she'd fade like a ghost in the gown. Each sunset bleeds deeper with my saddle tied down. Now the porch swings alone and the cabin door wails. The gravel road's untaken, lined with untold tales, where the laughter echoed now but whispers in the breeze. Her scarf still hangs upon the hook, unworn yet fails to ease. The trails we rode have overgrown like scars that time can't heal. Every hoofbeat in the dust, a reminder she's not real. Oh, the saddle's tied down, my heart's running wild through fields of her whisper and the soft somber smile. By the porch light she'd fade like a ghost in the gown. Each sunset bleeds deeper with my saddle tied down. In the silence roots of the oak tree where our names slowly fade. I've learned love's a fleeting shadow, in the twilight it's laid. Though the rains pull me forward to the vast uncharted lands, her memory's a compass etched deeply in my hands. Oh, the saddle's tied down and my tears mix with the ground. On this lonesome rugged journey, it's her love that I found. As the stars claim the night and the cold settles down, I'm a shadow in the saddle, forever tied down. So I ride through the whispers where our wild dreams once flew, a cowboy lost in time's embrace under skies eternally blue. Each sunset brings her closer in the dusk's embracing crown, till the trails end at forever with my saddle tied down. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where the wild roses used to grow, I found your scarf, a faded red, left behind like the love we know. That dusty path by Johnson's farm still haunts my boots, I roam alone. Each step a memory, hard and warm, a ghost of laughter, your soft tone. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset seems to end with echoes of you drifting away. These lonely trails, these silent stars, guide me to where my heart did part. Among the rust on old tin bars lies the burial place of my worn heart. Porch still creaks just like it did when we'd sit watching rain sweep in. But now the woods is empty as the heartbeat's missing from within. These gravel roads, they know my stride, they've watched the years peel from my soul. Once walked with joy, now each a ride towards tomorrow's ceaseless toll. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset seems to end with echoes of you drifting away. These lonely trails, these silent stars, guide me to where my heart did part. Among the rust on old tin bars lies the burial place of my worn heart. The sky sent, in every gust your scent returns. As fleeting as a fire that burns, I whisper names into the breeze, praying they'll carry back to thee. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset paints the end of dreams and dust both swept away. These lonely trails, these fading scars, guide me to where I'll always part. Underneath these morning stars, with your memory forever my heart. In the quiet of night the wind sings low, and I reckon it's time to let you go. Out where the oak trees whisper low beneath the vast unending skies, I found a worn-out leather saddle where my deepest heartache lies. By the creek where waters murmur, there's a scarf you left behind. Every thread a tale of summer when your hand was locked in mine. Oh, the winds of time blow through these plains, scented with the wild and free. But they carry dust that stings my eyes as I peer through what used to be. In the saddle haunts I linger, trapped in a love that time can't daunt. Every sunset paints your shadow on the trails we used to haunt. Years have rolled like thunder rumbling over distant stormy hills. The old porch we danced upon, now silent, empty chills. The town once loud with laughter echoes with our whispered past. Gravel roads we roamed together, now just pathways overgrown with grass. Oh, the winds of time blow through these plains, scented with the wild and free. But they carry dust that stings my eyes as I peer through what used to be. In the saddle haunts I linger, trapped in a love that time can't daunt. Every sunset paints your shadow on the trails we used to haunt. Underneath the vast prairie sky, let your memory dance. Rain washes over old regrets, gives a man a second chance. Yet every cabin, every star tells a story of our plight. In the heart of every wilderness, I face the cold, lonely night. So the winds of time blow through these plains, scented with the lost and free, carrying voices of yesterday, tying you forever to me. In the saddle haunts I reckon, some loves are ghosts we can't outrun. Every sunset's a reminder of the love I've never won.
Where the oak trees shadow the forgotten trail, I found the fence we built in the spring sweet gale. Windswept prairie whispers through the barbed wire lines, each rusted barb a keeper of easier times. Your scarf still hangs, a flag of surrender to fate, dancing with the ghosts under skies that contemplate. Oh, how the fence bleeds as the sun dips low, shades of your laughter in the twilight's glow. The land holds tight to the whispers of your tread. In the silence, I find the words we never said. Years have turned, the cabin's charm now but a shell. Gravel roads where the scars are stories we can't retell. Your rocking chair sways empty on the old porch side,
where we watch the world in the arms of eventide. Fallen leaves tread softly on paths you used to roam. In this quiet town that you once called home. Oh, how the fence bleeds as the sun dips low. Echoes of your laughter in the twilight's glow. The land clings to the whispers of your tread. In the silence, I hear the words we never said. Beneath the vast and endless sky, I stand alone, saddle empty by the cold hard stone. And though I wander far, your memories cast like stone. In the wild lands where my heart has grown. Yes, the fence bleeds under the weight of stars, each drop a tale of love written in our scars. As the night wraps its arms in a lonesome embrace, I walk this lonely path, each step a trace. Of you. In the heart of the valley, where the oak trees stand, I once loved a girl with the earth on her hands. We chased the horizon on paths worn and thin, where the cold morning forgot the fires we'd begin. Oh, the winds speak low on those high lonesome trails, where my heart's wrapped up in her wild whispered tales. Every sunset's a memory fading too fast, in the glow of a love that just couldn't last. Now the cabin's half hidden where the ivy is grown, with the porch still creaking like it's begging her home. That old scarlet scarf she left on the chair flies with the dust like her ghost in the air. Oh, the winds speak low on those high lonesome trails, where my heart's wrapped up in her wild whispered tales. Every sunset's a memory fading too fast, in the glow of a love that just couldn't last. On a gravel road fading under new falling snow, I ponder the tracks that we used to know. And I reckon the heart is a wanderer too, drifting in places where the sky meets the blue. Oh, the winds speak low with a voice that prevails, telling tales of a love lost on old lonesome trails. So I'll ride under stars, let the cold morning forget the
days of our love and the sun when it set, soft as the rain on the rough dusty land. I'll carry her memory, the touch of her hand. In the silence that follows, I find my regrets in the cold morning shadow where the sun never sets.
In the heart of the high plains, neath the twilight sky, found an old oak tree where our names still lie. Whispers of the wind through the tired leaves, haunted by the dust of my worn out sleeves. There's a faded porch where we used to sit, talking about life and the mysteries in it. Now there's just a creak and swing swaying along, echoing the melody of your long gone tone. Oh, these empty beds, they linger like the rain, washing over old scars, the remains of the pain. Each setting sun, each whispered prayer tells the tale of our love, hanging threads in the air. The scarves you left hang by the door, tangled in the sorrow of the days of yore. The gravel road where we used to ride, now just a faded trail where my rich reside. Every sunset bleeds like the heart I tore, in the lonely cabin where you don't walk the floor. Wind chimes stir with a mournful sound, in the empty spaces where you're not around. Oh, these empty beds, they linger like the rain, washing over old scars, the remains of the pain. Each setting sun, each whispered prayer tells the tale of our love, hanging threads in the air. Under the willows weep, I see your silhouette. The cowboy's heart ain't mastered letting go just yet. And every star that fades into the dawn lies a dream of us that's never truly gone. These empty beds, they linger there, the ghost of your smile, a soul's quietly across the miles. With each parting sun and each tear that falls, your shadow dances slowly on these old cabin walls. Oh, these empty beds tell no lies under the vast, unending skies. Love's a trail written, then it's gone, but like the dust, it lingers on. It lingers on.
In the great dawn, by the old creek bed, cold morning, listen to the words we said. Your laughter mingled with the rustling oaks. My heart was yours beneath woolen cloaks.
We carved our names on the tavern door in that quiet town where the eagles soar. Now the wind whispers through empty halls, an echo of steps that once graced these walls. The dust settles where your laughter rang, and I'm just a shadow in the cold morning's fame. My scarf still holds the scent of rain. My soul keeps riding, bound by your chain. Seasons turn like the pages of a book. Our oak tree fell, no more sheltered nook. That old porch we swore would never age now creaks alone under time's heavy gauge. Gravel roads where we once danced till late lead to nowhere, sealed by fate's own gate. Now the wind whispers through empty halls, an echo of steps that once graced these walls. The dust settles where your laughter rang, and I'm just a shadow in the cold morning's fame. My saddle's worn from roads long traveled, every sunset a memory unraveled. By the fading trail I pause and look behind, searching for what I'll never find. The whispering pines and the settling dew tell tales of a love that once I knew. So the wind whispers through empty halls, an echo of dreams that dusk recalls. The dust settles where your laughter rang, and I'm just a shadow in the cold morning's fame. I'll ride on with a heart torn in two. Cold morning listened, and it knew our truth.
Out past where the creek bends low on the shadow of the oak lies a trail we carved worn deep, but whispers only winds evoke. That old porch still holds your laugh in the creaks of weathered wood, where we'd watch the sun dip down, dreaming more than we ever should. Oh my dear, the trail's gone cold, the leaves have turned their shade, and every sunset bleeds the same. The colors of your scarf now fade, in the silence of the empty cabins, echoes of our love remain, like dust left floating in the beam of the lonely lantern's flame. Gravel roads knew our names, in the dust our tales are spun, but seasons turned as you did walk into the setting sun. Now the saddle hangs untouched, the bridle lays without a hand. I roam these quiet towns alone, a shadow stretching with the land. Oh my dear, the trail's gone cold, the leaves have turned their shade, and every sunset bleeds the same. The colors of your scarf now fade, in the silence of the empty cabins, echoes of our love remain, like dust left floating in the beam of the lonely lantern's flame. Rain falls soft on old tin roofs like tears I've learned to hide, yet every drop that touches earth stirs your memory inside. As the thunder rolls across the plains and lightning strikes the heart, I find solace in the storm, where you and I aren't far apart. Oh my dear, the trail's gone cold and I'm worn like the leather freight. But in every whispered wind, I hear the songs we once played. Through the windswept valleys and over mountains draped in snow, I'll wander with your ghost along the lost trail carved where echoes never go.